Hilda Baci, Hilda Baci, chef, restaurateur, owner of a restaurant, actress, social media personality, born September 20th, 1995 in Akwa Ibom State. She'll be 30 by September this year. She has been active and she has faced a number of criticism, but she has had overwhelming praise from a lot of people. Hilda Baci did not just start today. Did not start with the cookathons. She has been building her career, has been building it. So said that she was in banking, then later she left, and then she hosted a TV show, Dine on a Budget. She won jollof rice competition in 2021. We remember in 2023, she did the cookathon from May 11 to May 15, 2023. Longest cooking marathon in 2023, aiming for 100 hours. But eventually was awarded 93 hours and 11 minutes. At that time, she was aiming to overtake, there was a record set by an Indian chef, Lata Tondon, of cooking marathon of 87 hours and 45 minutes. So Hilda Baci did 93 hours and 11 minutes. She was officially recognized by the Guinness World Record June 13, 2023 as the one with the longest cooking marathon. But in November 2023, she was overtaken by Irish chef Alan Fisher, who did 119 hours and 57 minutes. Hilda Baci recently, few days ago, September 12th, she made another attempt at the Guinness World Record, largest pot of jollof rice attempts. It was held at Eco Hotel and Suites in Lagos. Now, the first time she attempted the Guinness World Record, at that time, we knew of Guinness World Record. We've always known of Guinness World Record, but it was not popular. It was not viral. It was not something that people wake up and let me go and do Guinness World Record. In other countries, Western countries maybe, there's not something that was popular. Then in 2023, when I first heard that she wanted to do a cooking marathon, there was a little bit of advertisement, there was adverts and all that about it before the event. I didn't really make much of it. Initially, she didn't get a lot of support. She didn't get enough support at first. People didn't believe in it. Corporate organizations, corporate bodies, she approached different organizations for sponsorship and support, and they didn't support her. People didn't believe cooking marathon, what was that about, and all that. There was not a lot of belief. But she had a dream. She had a vision. And she spent months and months preparing for it. Look at the records. She saved from her own savings. That first Guinness World Record, she spent about 80 million naira. 80 million naira from her own savings. And she has been preparing for it for years before then. She hired celebrity gym coach Kemen who trained her, you know, and she lost significant weight. She built stamina, because for you to cook, for you to stand and cook for hours and hours and hours for days, it requires a lot of stamina. And so she did a lot of physical training. She lost weight and she got the stamina she needed, and she got medical clearance, the number of tests that were done, you know. And it was said that she was only to take water, fruit juice, and glucose. No stimulants like coffee or energy drinks were allowed. And so all these things had to be factored in place. She applied to Guinness World Record. She got a medical team, that would, be supervising her medically during the process. She got a security team. She got the event has to be documented. There had to be video evidence. So you have cameras, you have those who would run the cameras, will have people that who are experts in making videos, videographers and all that. you know all this she was able to put in place before that first Guinness World Record in 2023. You see, it took months and years for her to prepare for that first Guinness World Record, the cooking marathon, which she eventually got. It took years, it took time. And at that time, people did not believe in her. The record for the Guinness World Record had been set in 2019. The previous record that was held by Indian chef Lata Tondon was in 2019. She did hers in 2023, and this was somebody that the mother is a chef, the mother owns a restaurant, used to help the mother. She learned her cooking from the mother, you know. She had the skills, she has the talent. She was in the banking sector, she left and now focused on this line, you know. Hilda could have just opened a restaurant, and she's a beautiful lady, and she's smart, she's intelligent. She could have just put her skills into just owning a restaurant. There are many Nigerians that own restaurants, that they are chefs. She was on TV and all that, but she wasn't satisfied with that. She had a vision. She had that vision that record that was held by Lata Tondon, she was going to break it. And she made research. She made research about it. She was talking about it to her people. She prepared for it. She prepared herself. And when it was getting close to the time, she tried to get sponsorship from companies. And many of those companies, they did not believe in it. They did not believe in her. But she did not allow that to deter her. So she started. When she started, the support was not much. But as she went on and on, she gathered a lot of support. She got a lot of support. Government officials from her state, Akwa Ibom, from the federal government, then companies, especially those in the food industry, started showing interest. Television stations and all that. Our Guinness World Record attempt for the first time went viral on social media. And that now inspired a lot of people to start doing Guinness World Records. It inspired other chefs to start doing a cooking marathon. It inspired other people with other skills to attempt Guinness World Record. Guinness World Records, their S page said the tweets where they officially announced that Hilda Baci had won the longest cooking marathon was one of their highest viewed tweets. The tweet went viral, it went popular. It even had Guinness World Record. The attempt that was made by Hilda Baci, when it went viral, Guinness World Record also went viral. And also, when people were attempting Guinness World Record here and there, it also helped the brand of the Guinness World Record, you know. And even though later she was overtaken by Alan Fisher in November 2023, but she had made a name, she has set a mark, and she has inspired a lot of people. Now, for this cooking largest pot of jollof rice attempt, this time around, this is the second time she was attempting Guinness World Record, in a different way. This one, this time around, it wasn't a cooking marathon. This one is the largest pot of jollof rice. You know, this one took about 300 million naira. Remember the first time she spent about 80 million, and it was largely mostly her own money. This time around, she spent about 300 million, but she has sponsorship from Gino. Gino, they make tomato paste and other cooking spices and other things. And so they got 100 million from Gino and got other things as well. She used 200 bags of rice. Initially, it was 250, but it was cut down to 200 for technical reasons. You know, she used 500 cartons of tomato paste. That's 1,583 kg of tomato paste, 600 kilogram of onions, 168 kilogram of goat meat, Maggi cubes, 37,500 units, bay leaves, seasoning. The pot is 22,000-liter pot, 6 meters wide and 6 meter tall. It was fabricated in 3 months. She had to get a venue, team assistants, cranes for handling, multi-camera documentation. You need evidence to present to Guinness World Record. And they said a staff of the Guinness World Record was even on ground to monitor the events, but they had to gather the video evidence, to us to send to Guinness World Record as proof. Planning for this one took nearly a year, about 9 months. They got people to register to attend the events. Initially, they planned a different venue, but when they saw that more people were interested, they had to change the venue to Eco Hotel and Suites in Lagos, and they got a lot of people to attend. The cooking took about 9 hours. So in her first attempt, she took months and months in preparing, and when she started off, many people didn't believe in her. They didn't believe in the cooking marathon stuff. But eventually she persisted, and she got recognition. She got recognition by Guinness World Record. This time around, as she went for this, she also got recognition for it. And she has gotten words of support from a lot of people. Even as she has faced criticism, she had also gotten words of support. Let me read this statement from Aisha Yesufu, posted on her X handle at Aisha Yesufu. My fellow citizens, Hilda Baci is not our problem. Please let her be. Enough of the transfer aggression. Her quest for a world title is very valid, and she is doing amazing. She has put the Nigerian name on the global map in her own way. She is doing what she loves. Love it for her. She is also inspiring. She puts her mind at something and gets it done. Plus, her capacity to attract the crowd and sell her vision and pull in the crowd is something we should be learning from. The world all over, there are many doing one thing or the other to get their Guinness World Record. It doesn't stop the tech discoveries she's doing hers, let others do them. As per holding government accountable and focusing on governance, let's do our own part with the same zeal, dedication, and determination as she puts in. Let's learn how to motivate people to want to do it. Congratulations at Hilda Baci Cooks. This is a message of support from Aisha Yusufu, a popular activist figure in Nigeria. After the Guinness World Record in 2023, after then, Hilda Baci inspired a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians, Africans, and across the world. She inspired more people to be interested in the Guinness World Record. Remember, the last record cooking marathon was in 2019. 2019 to 2023. How many years is that? About 4 years. No one attempted it. Nobody even thought of it. Then when she attempted it in May of 2023 and it was officially recognized in June, then in November, somebody overtook her record. But before she did it, no other person thought of doing it. So to tell you how something that was under the radar that other people did not think about, she brought it to the limelight, to the spotlight, and inspired other people to do that. So after she won a record, which was verified in June 13th, 2023, we have others like Helen Williams made the longest handmade wig. This is a Nigerian. This was verified July 7, 2023. Chancellor Ahagotu, longest painting marathon. Verified October 30, 2023. Chidinma Modupe Okafor, longest marathon crocheting, making a crochet. Longest marathon crocheting of 2 hours, verified December 27, 2023. We have Fola David Tolaram, Dr. Fola, world's largest drawing, the unity of diversity, on a 1004.7 meters square canvas. Took 6 days. Verified in 2024. We have Oside Oluwole, longest video game marathon playing a soccer game. Olajumoke Orungbemi, longest hair on a living person, female. Tunde Onakoya, longest chess marathon, 64 hours non-stop with Sean Martinez. This is 2024. Ololade Ayela Bola, longest distance walked on a catwalk by a model, 125 kilometers. In 2025, we have Kayeya Shuku Takpo Okeke, largest art canvas. Impossibility is a myth, measuring 12,000 meters square. Verified in 2025. We have George Iniabasi Essien, longest marathon hosting a radio talk show, 105 hours. In 2025. Joshua Olusanya, longest marathon playing the trumpets, 25 hours 30 minutes, and others. So we see that Hilda Baci was able to generate a lot of support and was able to inspire a lot of people to do cooking marathons and to do other forms of Guinness World Record. Now, she has faced a number of criticism. There are a lot of